You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2, where we're going to talk about Messi and Argentina in last year's World Cup, because some very interesting comments have been made from the Netherlands coach about, well, for lack of a better way of putting it, that the World Cup in Qatar was actually, or Qatar. Who calls it Qatar? It's always been Qatar, and all of a sudden it became Qatar? Make up your minds. Anyway, the point is, he made some comments that really, they don't only insinuate, they just come right out and say it, that Argentina and Messi's World Cup was rigged to make sure that Messi would get a World Cup win out of the whole thing, right? So we'll get to that because it's pretty wild. He believes that it was all preconceived, it was all set up, it was premeditated. In sort of the same way as, and you guys know we cover professional wrestling on this channel. I mean, everybody knows what wrestling is. It's sports entertainment. Yeah, it's physical, yada, 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 but the outcomes are predetermined. And in that kind of way is what he's really coming out and saying. The other thing we've got here is the massive amounts of MLS Apple TV subscriptions that were taken out right as Messi was joining Inter Miami. Now, we know there's been massive skyrocketing in the popularity of MLS, especially down in Miami, but every single city that Messi is going to, the ticket prices are skyrocketing, all of it. I mean, we can truly say, and I talked about this the other day, the guy is actually really moving the needle when it comes to soccer, especially Major League Soccer, right? Soccer's always been the big thing internationally, but here in the United States, this guy has actually moved the needle when it comes to soccer, and it's pretty amazing. And there's some figures that have now come out, and we'll go over that because it's pretty crazy. It truly is. Let's get to this and these comments first. So, Louis van Gaal has hinted that the result of last year's FIFA World Cup in Qatar, was designed to help Lionel Messi finally lift the trophy with Argentina. Messi led Argentina to its first and his country's third World Cup triumph in December of 2022 as the star forward scored twice in the final to help South American nation beat France 4-2 on penalties in Lusail Stadium. Argentina had earlier knocked Netherlands out of the competition at the quarterfinal stage after beating them on penalties following a 2-2 draw. Van Gaal, who resigned as a Dutch head coach following their World Cup exit, said he thought their game against Argentina was premeditated. Quote, "I really don't want to say much about it," Van Gaal told reporters. "When you see how Argentina scored their goals and how we scored our goals and how some Argentina players overstepped the mark and were not punished, then I think it was all a premeditated game." Asked to clarify what he meant, "I mean everything I say." That's a guy that is doubling down right there. When asked if he meant that Messi should be a world champion, Van Gaal told the reporter, "I think so, yes." There was tension between Messi and Van Gaal during the match after the forward celebrated a goal by running in front of the Netherlands coach and cupping his hands to his ears. The Argentinian captain approached Van Gaal after a penalty shootout, and Messi later said he regretted his actions in the game. Dutch captain Virgil van Dijk, I don't know, apologize, I'm sure I messed that up, who played with Argentina at the World Cup, disagreed with his former manager's comments. "I heard it this morning, indeed, that's actually it," he told NOS. It, of course, is his opinion. Everybody is allowed to have an opinion. I do not share the same opinion. So that's pretty wild. I mean, look, that's just what we like to call accusations. But it's pretty wild to think that was rigged in a, WWE, AEW kind of scripted. This is going to be the outcome. This is the way we want it to go. We want to boost Messi in Argentina. And that the coach actually believes that. That's pretty wild. I saw that and was like, holy crap. I mean, that's sort of a heavy accusation to throw out there, in my opinion. And it pretty badly discredits the competition, too. So that's something to think about. The Messi effect. Miami footballer reportedly boosting signups for Apple's MLS season pass. And guys, I mean, he caused a major spike here. Lionel Messi reportedly, this is Fox Business, brought Apple's MLS season pass a major spike in subscriptions in July after the legendary player moved to enter Miami CF's soccer team. Out of all of the U.S. subscriptions that MLS season pass received since it's become available on Apple TV, 46% of them started in July. Wow. According to subscription analytics company Antenna. Inter Miami CF revealed it would add Messi to its lineup of players in mid-July. The forward came to Fort Lauderdale-based team after a 2-season stint with Paris Saint-Germain. Messi took the field with Inter Miami for the first time July 21st, a 2-1 win over Cruz Azul. MLS Season Pass recorded a total of 110,000 signups in the U.S. on that date. In one day. Wow. According to Antenna, the subscription analytics company pegged that amount as more than a 280% higher than those on the league's season start date. Whoa. Fox Business reached out to Apple for comment. Apple's MLS Season Pass made its debut at the beginning of February, more than 6 months after the tech giant revealed it had reached an exclusive deal with the league that would span a decade. The MLS season kicking off near the end of the month led to just 15% of the soccer's cumulative U.S. signups, according to Antenna. More than 100 countries and regions have access to the soccer streaming service, according to Apple press release. For those in the U.S., 15% of the people who joined MLS Season Pass subscribed or resubscribed to Apple TV Plus at the same time or sometime after signing up. Meanwhile, pre-existing Apple TV Plus members made up 48% of MLS's Season Pass holders. 37% of them remain without a subscription to the company's streaming service, according to the firm. So that is, and it goes on to say he suited up for 11 games. He's got 11 goals. I mean, he's been pretty phenomenal, but 110,000 signups on the first day. Wow. Wow, that is, let me look at that again. Is that exactly what that said? Because that MLS Season Pass recorded a total of 110,000 signups in the U.S. on July 21st, on that date. Wow. That was 280% more than the first day of the MLS season. That is a guy that is not only kind of moving the needle, I mean, he has floored the needle, right? I mean, the RPMs are way up there on that. Don't blow a transmission. That's pretty unbelievable. Wow. A lot of controversy around Messi, and there's just a lot of news, a lot of stories around him, and some of them are pretty fascinating like that. Like the fact that a coach thinks it was a rigged outcome. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you could see, I guess, I don't know if I'm sure something similar surely happened when it came to, say, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady showing up, but I don't remember any stories like that. I said the other day You know, as big as somebody like Brady was, we're going to have an NFL season that will not miss a beat this year without Brady in it. There won't really be a drop in ratings or any of that kind of thing. This guy is obviously changing that sort of thing for soccer. So, I mean, he's... So a lot of people come through the comments on these Messi videos, and they're like, he's the biggest star in the world. You know, sports star anyway. Pretty remarkable. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.